Ever looked up at the sky and thought, yo, how is that massive metal bird not falling out of the sky? Seems like it's basically a flying bus with wings and buses don't fly. But somehow, this thing defies gravity like it's got a personal vendetta against the laws of physics. Welcome to ThinkBits, where we take confusing stuff and make it slightly less confusing. Today we're answering the question, how the heck do airplanes stay up? Alright, so first things first, planes don't actually defy gravity. That's dramatic. What they do is work around it using something called lift. Sounds majestic, right? Like it's gently picking the plane up with invisible hands. But no, it's all about physics, speed, and some sneaky little air molecules just doing their thing. Let's talk wings, the real MVPs. Plane wings are shaped in a weird wave. They've got this fancy name, airfoil. Basically, they're curved on the top and flatter on the bottom. So when the plane starts zooming forward, air hits the wings. The air going over the top has to travel farther than the air underneath. Because it's going farther, it speeds up. And thanks to something called Bernoulli's principle, which sounds like a magician but is actually a science thing, faster air means lower pressure. So now you've got higher pressure under the wing, lower pressure on top. Boom. That pressure difference lifts the plane up like it's trying to impress a date. That's lift. No pixie dust. No magic. Just air doing backflips. Now, lift wouldn't matter if the plane wasn't moving forward. Can't just flap the wings like a bird and hope for the best. So engines come into play. Jet engines, propellers, whatever gets the job done. They provide thrust, which is just a fancy word for pushes the plane forward like it owes it money. So we've got lift pulling up, thrust pushing forward. But guess what? Gravity's like, I'm still here, buddy, and it's pulling the plane down the entire time. There's also drag, which is air resistance. Trying to slow everything down because air is petty like that. The plane stays up because of a delicate little dance. Lift has to be greater than gravity, and thrust has to overpower drag. When that balance hits just right, you're flying. When it doesn't, you're falling. With style. But what about when the plane turns, climbs, or descends? That's when we get into the pilot's secret weapons, ailerons, elevators, and rudders. Basically, flappy bits on the wings and tail that control how the plane moves. Ailerons make the plane tilt side to side, elevators tilt it up or down, and the rudder swings it left or right. Sounds like a dance move, right? Roll, pitch. Y'all, should be a TikTok trend. Now, you might be wondering, if air is doing all the work, does that mean planes can't fly in space? Correct? No air, no lift, no fly? Which is why spaceships look nothing like planes. They're like, we're on our own out here. Also, fun fact, pilots don't just chill up, they're making TikToks and eating peanuts. They're constantly adjusting for wind, turbulence, and whatever else the sky throws at them. It's not autopilot doing all the work. Autopilot is more like cruise control. The pilot has still got to steer the beast and land it without turning it into a modern art installation. So to recap in plain English, planes fly because wings are shaped to create lift. Engines push the plane forward, and the whole thing is basically a physics balancing act. Add a skilled pilot, a well-maintained aircraft, and a whole lot of math no one told you you'd need when you skipped class, and you've got yourself a flying machine. Is it magic? Just science flexing really hard. So next time you're at 35,000 feet munching stale pretzels and thinking, how is this even real? Just remember, air is weird, wings are smart, and gravity is still salty about it. This has been ThinkBits. Subscribe. If you want more weird science explained, like you re-talking to that one friend who docin, Tino Steph, but talks confidently anyway. Catch you in the next one, unless we fall out of the sky.